Good day, fellow agents and Bear supporters. Welcome to Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers. Today, let's talk state of the game, January 8th, 2020. Well, personally, it was kind of disappointing to see that the new content is not coming out till early February. It sounds like they're going to discuss a lot of the changes on January 29th. Hopefully, it'll be coming out exactly around that time, um, but not holding my breath. And what's really concerning is the changes they're going to discuss coming up here in 2 weeks is a thing called refactualization. Um, Sounds kind of like a recalibration station, and it isn't quite that. So I don't know how, as a person that spent 1,500 hours in this game grinding, helping others grind, I have mixed emotions on somebody that can come in with just a few days and be just as powerful as any of us that have spent almost a year now in this content. But if it makes the game better, I'll at least entertain and try the best I can do. Now, some of you have known that I have a little technique that I've been sharing with a lot of you, and I was about ready to make a video on it, and we only have just a few weeks to utilize that. On the apparel cache, when you open your apparel cache and you have all the items or most of the items, when you get an item you've already had, currently you get XP instead. When you're maxed out 500 gear score and you're opening those, golds give you somewhere around 49,000 experience. Purples give you somewhere around 41, and the blues or the common ones gives you somewhere in the 30s experience. Well, that's all going to go away here with the new update when update 3 comes in. Instead, they're going to give you tickets. Now, this is great for some of you that missed a lot of apparel or want to get the apparel that you don't want to pay you in real cash, if that's the way it really works. But it sounds to me as if what you're going to do is you're going to accumulate tickets that are kind of like money instead of spending real money to buy apparel items that you would otherwise purchase. So for somebody like me that stayed with the game, that stayed on top of it, it's only missing just a few key points here and there, which it looks like coming up in 4 weeks, which I assume that's when the update 3 is going to come out, that we're going to be able to open legendary apparel as well. Because if we look at the game right now, you'll see that the legendary apparel is there. I've already got 32 of the 40 items, so, and it just so happens I'm missing 8 items from that first month that we were playing the game. When that first apparel cache came out, I didn't complete it all. I think I'm missing like one of the cowboys, maybe one or two of the military. I think I'm missing outbreak or uh, the outcast shoes or something like that. Anyway, I'm only missing like 12 items in the apparel ever, and uh, like four, I think 6 of them are purchase only. So if these tickets are allow me to purchase those, okay, that'd be kind of cool. But I kind of got used to using this glitch or the way the game was set up to level up my lesser characters. Now, I think maybe they did this change because people were using this technique to level up their hardcore character real quick. So if you're going to use that technique, you need to do it real quick because the time is running out for that. You got a little less than 4 weeks, maybe less than 3, while you can still open that apparel cache. I think I have somewhere around 120 caches that I can open right now, and I think I'm going to go ahead and open most of those um, because they don't do me any good. Now, one of the things that I like using those for is when like the new apparel, when the new specialists come out, you could gain so much experience over opening about 10 of those boxes would be about 1 level. So if you had 130 of those to open, that would be about 13 levels. Each level you get 3 points for your specialist for leveling up. That's 39 points I could get like a few minutes after it kicked off. And it seems like they've kind of don't like that scenario. So that technique that I've shared with a few of you, um, you only have a few weeks to use it. So also in the Stadia game, they hinted at or they showed an actual picture of a new exotic coming out here next month in February. It's called the Chameleon, and it changes to the color of the background it's in. So when you're on grass, it's green, or when you're in front of a blue thing or standing on something that's blue, it turns blue. Now, it kind of looks like an SMG. Chatterbox is definitely a good exotic SMG, and it was there from the beginning. So it would make a lot of sense that it would start back with the SMG, but that's still speculation at this point. They also announced that we are going back to Coney Island. We're going back to New York in Update 3, which we kind of knew that the last few months. In that, they also talked about the short clip video that you can probably find out there that they've released of landing on the beach there at Coney Island. And one of the developers talked about cleaners. So any of you Division 1 guys that know what a cleaner is, it sounds like they're bringing some of that dynamic back. Some of the people have also speculated that they're gearing Division 2 to look more like Division 1. And it sounds like this gear update's going to change a lot of things and get it back to where some of the items that appeared in Division 1 that kept the Division 1 guys in the game is they're implementing in Division 2. And I'm scared that the people that have, like me, that didn't play Division 1 might be scared off by that. And don't worry, agents. The bear is here for the long haul. My son got me playing this game, if you don't know this story, because I was stationed in DC when both my boys were born, and they played Division 1 and played Division 2, and got me playing Division 2 because they wanted to know how authentic the city and the buildings were. And after playing a little bit, I was kind of hooked, and it is the only game I play. In fact, I played it so much that I'm now creating content for it. So I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to kind of recap this. And if you didn't have the time to watch the whole 20 to 30 minutes of the live broadcast, or you don't have access to it, but you have access to me through the Legion, through Xbox, through playing with me, or you just stumble on this. Kind of trying to condense the state of the game down to a short period of time. So thanks for hearing out my ramblings. I hope the changes in the RNG, the changes to the gear set make the game better. bring more people in, give a larger audience, and make the people that are here happy. But I'm afraid that it might chase or make some people unhappy. They did go over a little bit over hardcore and some of the statistics of hardcore. They announced that there was a few teams that had completed the hardcore raid in the very first week of releasing the hardcore. And congratulations to anybody that did that. And congratulations to anybody that achieved some or all the achievements that you could in hardcore, like reaching gear score 500, completing the raid, those kind of things. Kudos to you guys. I feel sorry for some of you that have attempted hardcore and found out that you took on a heavy and went down expecting your revive hive to get up, and the heavy comes over and kicks your hive and you're dead. Game over, start over, and all that time wasted. I would love to tell you that's the reason why I don't play hardcore, but the reason why I don't play hardcore is because I got 4 fully developed 500 level characters with all their specialties maxed out, and I wasn't going to delete one of those accounts to play hardcore and not get that. Now, I have experimented around with a second account, actually getting the game a second time just to play hardcore, but I'm hoping when the beta is done, they will give us a hardcore slot so people like me can actually play hardcore without deleting a major character. So that's the state of the game for January 8th, 2020. And I am Bear Byers, and thank you again for watching and listening. Please, if you really enjoy some of the content and the knowledge I'm passing on, please hit the like button. And if you can, subscribe. That helps me out on being a little higher up the content ladder. But peace to each and every one of you agents. And remember, if you're on Xbox, look me up, Bear Byers 65, and we are in INF, which is U.S. Army Infantry, created by a combat veteran from Afghanistan, which happens to be my youngest son. He's kind of abandoned the game. I took over the clan. Bunch of great people in here. Hope to see you. Hope you enjoyed this video to explain a little bit of what is and is not happening in the state of the game January 8th, 2020.